most of the time. As are most of the crowd for that butter chicken.
Yeah, I think everybody dispersed when they mentioned the butter chicken. I'm so hungry
I
now.
was gonna do like the Tasty Steve. I was gonna be like, who do you want? You want DolphinBrick? Do you want Tohru? Let's make some noise. Everybody's eating
like, I want to
chicken.
eat.
Everybody hungry.
I want butter chicken. Like, I ate right before this, and now I smell that. I was like, I could go for another dinner.
Who wants Let's Go Both Players? Which is what I would imagine most of the crowd wants. Hey! This is, I mean, again, it's such a supportive community in Rivals that I would imagine everybody just wants to see everybody do well. So these are going to be the two. I think that they started and then we're like, wait, should we have started?
Yeah, the crowd was yelling so much that they thought something was wrong.
No, we're just excited to see both players here in grand finals. Tohru coming in from the loser's side with an incredible run thus far. DolphinBrick on this stage at the Pataka Esports Festival so far undefeated both in terms of sets and games. So I'll have to see Tohru put in some hefty work to make this one happen.
It's going to be tough. The person who got here on winner's side couldn't even hold a candle in that set. Can you do more? Coming from losers, you're warm, you're fresh, but you might be tired.
I mean, again, especially after grinding through so many games. I mean, DolphinBrick has played 6, and Tohru's played, I think, 12? It's been a lot. So definitely going to see who can get there. I mean, Tohru, off to the hot start right now, actually takes the first stock of Grants.
Okay. Oh, we're still going? How are you going to deal with that? Oh.
Just easy shield and run away, right? We haven't seen, and I think that that's good data gathering too early on in the set. Hey, if I shield this, what's the punish? Do I get my shield broken? Am I going to take it, 30%? Do I get to escape? I like being able to weigh those options early on, especially when you're coming in from winner's side like DolphinBrick is.
And we just saw a critical thing, I think, from DolphinBrick. We talked very early on about how good DolphinBrick's movement is with a character like this. That dash up, quick flicker parry, and keep dashing, like the instant transmission parry, where you don't lose any of your momentum and are able to keep moving forward. DolphinBrick is immediately showing, I've got those.
And that's something that Orcane can absolutely do. I mean, cover so much distance with that. So, yeah, I love having that available as an option. And again, quick escape right there, taking advantage of the fact that, man, I mean, Fleet, she's able to position herself really well with the speed, not necessarily lightning quick. Still, though, pretty quick to get these first stocks. Excellent parry right there from DolphinBrick to not let that extra credit immediately start climbing. Tohru is in the lead, but that might not last for long. It is hard to lock down Fleet off stage, and I will say for the sake of this matchup, Lentini, that most of the time we've been seeing DolphinBrick take stocks, it has been on those edge guards.
Ooh, good catch. Still alive, though, and critically, it was a high launch for Fleet, which means it's a lot easier for her to recover. She's very good recovering high, not so good when she has to recover low.
Up air, but great TI, and that wasn't the full sweet spot. Nice evasion right there with the down special. Be an easy parry to just proc some invincibility, but DolphinBrick, yeah, even able to slide in with the F-Strong covering a lot of ground, bringing this one to last stock in game 1.
Bringing it back, but Tohru still has that advantage, and look at that. The wind chime going to put you in a terrible situation. Offstage reversal potential, no. Tohru still holds the advantage and closes it out with a confirm to boot.
The momentum
on the board.
Oh, the momentum cannot be stopped. Tohru, yes indeed, on the board and on the board first, which is so big because, again, we have not even on the main stage yet, on the Galint stream, even seen DolphinBrick bleed yet. And now Tohru not only has done so, but has done so in game 1.
The circle is broken. The string of 3-0s has ended. And it was Tohru, the person who came through entering top 8 on loser's side, who was the one to do it.
We'll see if she's able to keep up that momentum. Back to Julesville for game number 2. So DolphinBrick not trying to look for any particular advantages. Again, early on in Grands, I think that it's fine to go for a bit more data gathering and say, okay, maybe if I can make a few more adaptations, don't want to throw too many wrinkles into the mix, but just find out exactly what it is this fleet is doing, because DolphinBrick's been getting punished pretty hard in some of these scenarios. I got maximum distance on that recovery.
Oh, the movement. But as soon as you miss one, it can all go downhill. Able to get away with it that time with a nice little get-up attack mix and immediately reversing the scenario.
Now this is where I'm really interested to see how the set develops, because in that last one, Tohru got off to the early lead at a pretty significant time. I want to see how DolphinBrick is going to be able to play with the lead now that the fleet is forced to come to him. I think that does change up the dynamic a lot, whereas Fleet's not able to just kind of drift back and hover near the platform as much. Now, that's DolphinBrick's turn. You can just toss that puddle anywhere on stage that you want to and just, you know, egg back and forth with those dashes until the Fleet is forced to do something to you.
Ooh, parry attempt. We keep seeing this. Twice now, DolphinBrick has not found a read or made a small mistake and has mental refreshed so fast and still found an answer to catch Tohru off guard, and I think that is incredibly hard to do and worth highlighting.
Nimble on your feet, well, and especially piloting a character that can be so committal with the movement like Orcane is, right? Where, you know, you pick a direction, you're going to be going that direction for a minute, but a little bit greedy right there. That was a decision that DolphinBrick made, like you were talking about, right? But in that case, it's not the right one. Tohru mashing that depth. We've really seen almost none of these pummels work for like anybody in this top 8. The awareness has been great from everyone.
Yeah, it's really funny, and that was a regular pummel. You're expecting to see like, oh, the special pummel break's going to hit every time, but no, Tohru somehow knew.
Playing so solid, but is down to last stock, and at 85 means that we're like a down tilt, sour spot nair away from finding a confirm, or just a crazy sweet spot back air at some point. Did actually catch, you saw there was parry stun on there because in the middle of the parry activation, Tohru did throw out a move, and that does make you eligible for being put into stun, even if it's a projectile.
Ooh. Okay, Nair, get back off the stage where you belong. Trying to do some cheeky puddle setups there, but Tohru not having any of it, a little bit off on the down strong, but we're spaced, so it's safe.
Nice. I like the jump back and then up B back onto the stage with a puddle available, just because nobody's expecting it when you're drifting away to suddenly just appear on the other side. They chase you deep and then eventually close it out. So DolphinBrick, after that tough game 1, answers back with authority in game 2.
Authority is a good word for it. Looking very comfortable in that situation. But now we get to start playing the counterpick war, immediately banning the 2 small stages. So let's see where we end up.
That's a very clear answer. I don't want to get edge guarded. I don't want to get thrown off stage easily. And it does leave Rockwall open. That does mean that Fleet can, you know, like we were talking about earlier, right? Just walk the dog into the blast zone, hand deliver you into your next stock. But same goes for Orcane here, because you catch a down tilt at the ledge at 40-50%, that's 2 nairs and you're also done.
Ooh, unfortunate there, gambling on the parry, but DolphinBrick, I guess, not ready for that parry attempt. Wasn't even considering swinging in that situation.
There's that down tilt, but it wasn't at the ledge. Did have a platform available to escape to, and that was humongous for Tohru, because otherwise stock definitely could have been gone. But yeah, that's the thing about Rockwall. Those blast zones are close, but the stage size itself is actually pretty big, and that means that Orcane is going to get to have a field day. And my goodness, those close blast zones are helping out too. DolphinBrick looking real comfortable here.
Yeah, get me out of here. A little bit off on the parry timing twice in a row there, putting you in an awkward spot. Tohru trying to take advantage, and you need to, because you're down a whole stock right now.
Back up to 4 arrows. We'll see if they get made use of. Right now, using that shield liberally down strong. Not going to do it. Nice nair to break the up strong as well. Good awareness of the strengths, being able to interact with it like that. But hitboxes aside, man, DolphinBrick still in a tough spot, still stuck at the ledge. And we talked about it. The edge guarding from Tohru is always on point.
Yeah, I don't care what blast zones you've got there. That is going to kill. Tohru back in the game, but the percent's still not in your favor. You're still in a situation like what you were talking about in the last game, where DolphinBrick can force Tohru to approach and play more at his pace.
And especially when you're playing Orcane with all of these low platforms available, putting the puddle right in front of you can be so big. DolphinBrick wanted to end that stock so bad. Parry!
It's so good, right?
I can't believe that was almost the stock off of that too. Oh, I can't believe that's the stock off of that.
DolphinBrick is so good at those parries. We've seen it 5 times already in this set, and we're just in game 3. Up throw connecting just fine there. Good situation if you're DolphinBrick.
It might be a mouthful, but the tag should be recovery brick, man, because every single one of these getting brick. I mean, it's just non-stop. Orcane turns into a circle and you die. Nice detonation of the bubbles to cover that way back on stage. Does have the wind chime built up. No transfer. Got to find a way back in.
And that's an opportunity right there for Tohru. Once again, continuing to even up these stocks, but the percents are just crawling away from you. It's slow, but it's steady. DolphinBrick is not making those critical mistakes.
I mean, it's not only been so safe, but so effective. We've seen a lot of damage. 3 wave dashes in place will get punished, believe it or not. And Tohru, man, turning this into damage, 58%. This is why this character wanted Rockwall. The combo extensions and those stocks can go. This one's not over.
No, it is not. The pressure with the nair, the pressure with the down special, and now the forward air. We're starting to play rotations with these different options. And I don't think DolphinBrick is ready for them. Parry gonna keep you alive, managing to get back to stage, but the bubbles.
And this is a big edge guarding opportunity. Misses the tech and the edge guard right there, and big empowered down strong DolphinBrick. Barely able to clutch it out. Once again, Tohru building up so much momentum. It's just those situations where she's one hit away from death and can't make a single mistake. I think she's really good at capitalizing on the overextensions from opponents. So when she's at that like 100% range and she's making that comeback and able to get the final hit afterwards has been so good. But at 140 right there, you just don't have the opportunity to create that opening.
Such a close game, and I want to bring it back to mental stamina after that one, because that is the kind of close game that when you lose it, it drains you, because you know I had to fight that hard and I gained nothing from it, and I have to do it again.
And not only that, you have to do it twice in a row now just to get the privilege of playing another 3 to 5 games.
You talked about the slog. Tohru is in the slog right now. Let's see if she can find her way through.
Okay, well, this is DolphinBrick once again, who has been so good on these tech chases. It's not quite as free as it is on like a character like Rano, for example, with Orcane. He's still a very good tech chasing character, but you do have to really commit to a direction like we were talking about with that movement on those tech chases. But DolphinBrick has been so good at them. There's been a lot of damage built up just off of doing a down throw and getting one knockdown. Oh, not on the puddle for the F throw. That might have been it.
Yeah, I think it would have been with how close these blast zones are. Trying to get a setup with the up tilt. Both of them playing just safe enough. Everything is shieldable in this situation. Trying to go high. Tohru not interacting.
Yeah, and speaking of not interacting, DolphinBrick not interacting with those F-strongs.
You know what, you're so right.
No attempt at a punish. I'll just be over here. But sometimes the fleet's on top of you when those F-strongs come out, so all right. DolphinBrick does have to play from behind a little bit once again. Does get the big parry, though, so back to dead even here in Game 4.
I love that puddle setup in the corner, and that right there is why. You didn't get the read you wanted, but you still get a little bit of damage on Tohru. Unfortunately, ended up falling out of the puddle because he was a little on the left, but the idea was there.
Oh, I love the ambiguous cross-up right there. Fleet is so good at those, but especially coming off of platforms where she does not have a ton of aerial drift speed, but her acceleration is so crazy that if she's right on top of you, figuring out which side she's going to land on is super hard. And not even Orcane with that easy breezy nair out of shield always knows what to do in that situation.
Ooh, speaking of nairs, we got a nair punish there. Tohru being a little bit predictable in that situation. DolphinBrick taking back the tempo, trying to punish with the wave land onto the platform. Doesn't get it. We're back to neutral.
Ooh, Dashian gets punished right there. Big up strong, and DI's not going to save right there. So Tohru, one more stock to bring it to game number 5, whereas DolphinBrick, I know he's thinking about dinner.
Oh, he hungry.
Oh, he hung.
He hungry. Well, let's see if he can close out this stock first. You've got 2 you got to work through. There's 1. Can I get another for you?
Well, it'll be 1 more to go to dinner, or we go to another game.
Either way, we're getting a show.
Either way. Man, last stock always so tense in these grand final situations, especially when you're playing for your tournament life. But again, we've seen it already, Lentini. It's not the pressure that gets to Tohru. It's just a matter of if the opponent rises to the occasion.
And right now, DolphinBrick is kind of rising to that occasion. Not only took that stock, but has now delivered twice the damage Tohru has on this last one. Tohru has her last opportunity here. She needs to find a way in.
There's that committal tech chase that you saw. DolphinBrick had to pick a read to go for. Great use of the down B right there. We're not going to see any commitment as the parry comes out. Another tech chase does catch it in, but that down strong, it just does not have enough knockback with that empowerment.
Turning Tohru's strengths into her weaknesses. That is what DolphinBrick has been doing all the way through with those empowered arrows. The wind chime is tolling, but it is tolling for thee as DolphinBrick continues to pile on pressure in the corner. Everything from the bubbles to the ledgehogs and the patience into the strong to confirm to take the tournament. And it is going to be DolphinBrick who qualifies for the invitational. Tomorrow. Man, I can't even talk anymore. So much going on.
It's so exciting. But DolphinBrick, the really, really strong player, we're going to see another box Orcane in that.
These box players.
After this LCQ in the Hop-On Invitational.
These
My
box
goodness.
Players.
And we saw the movement, right?
We did.
Combo game, everything was on point right there. But got to give it up to Tohru for second place. Honestly, you got to give it up to everybody who made it into this top 8 for being able to make this run as far as they did, putting on a great show for us on this stage. But at the end of the day, it will be DolphinBrick taking the tournament for the LCQ, going to earn that spot in the Hop-On Invitational, which, by the way, I will let you know, will later be on the Hop-On PNW Twitch channel. You'll want to make sure that you go check that out.
As soon as we're done here, definitely head over to Hop-On PNW. They're going to keep going. You're going to see some more kimono, I think, at some point tonight. It's going to be exciting. Really excited for what we've got going on here. I think we're about to do a bit of an award ceremony, if I'm not mistaken. So let's switch over to see what my man Cube has to say.
All right, I'm here just to congratulate our rivals top 3. So in third place, we have Sir Quags. Give it up for Sir Quags. In second place, we have Tohru with a great loser's run. And of course, clutching out, we have DolphinBrick. Give it up for your champion of rivals too, top 8, DolphinBrick. All right, we're gonna cut it to a quick winners interview, so make sure you tune in for that, and then we're gonna cut to Melee top 8 quickly after that. So I see our production guy running back there. We'll have a quick winners interview, and then we'll cut to a little break. Can I very quickly get a top 3 photo? Oh, quickly, do it after the winners interview. Okay. Winner interview, then top 3 photos, and you guys are good.
And we are back. I am Latini, joined with DolphinBrick. It is a pleasure to have you on the mic. First of all, congratulations. You've officially qualified for the Hop On PNW Invitational. So I got to ask, first and foremost, how you feeling about that?
It feels good because I didn't do a lot of the hop-ons, like the online ones, so it was great to get a chance to come here live and
show what you can do
qualify for
offline.
it. Yeah.
Where the real gamers play, right?
That's right.
You feel like you got good chances tomorrow?
I think we'll see. I've been practicing a lot. I play a lot of ranked, and I've run into a lot of the players that are in the bracket already in ranked. There's a couple of them I don't do too well against. But
Okay, we don't have to worry about them. It doesn't matter.
But
you
this
got
is
this.
where the real gamers
This is for the
play. We're
real
offline.
gamers. Yeah, you're using that latency online, that 10 millisecond ping. I see you. Thankfully, we do have a Seattle-based server, which is super nice. But let's talk about your run a little bit, because for most of that bracket, you kind of smurfed. There were a lot of 3-0s in there. And it wasn't really until the grand finals that we saw you sweat. What do you feel like? What's the big thing that is setting you above the competition today?
That's a good question. I mean, I have like over 2,000 hours time in.
That's a pretty good answer,
it's
yeah.
as simple as that.
Time in, results out. It is a zero-sum equation.
And a simple output, yeah.
But what about that grand finals? How are you feeling when you lost game 1?
That was tough. Like, I played Tohru a lot in ranked online, and it seemed like usually I win, but just like the other day I ran into her and she beat me. I was like,
oh, okay.
Oh. And then she takes game 1, and I'm like, hold
no.
on, I gotta lock in. Like,
so you locked in.
So
you definitely locked in. Were there any particular adaptations or game states that you feel like really put it over the edge?
I feel like when I go down a little bit, it is very easy to run into her forward smashes or for F-strongs. And we just need to be patient. If we go down, it's okay. We just need to be patient. Wait for the F-strong to come out. We just jump over it, and then we hit her.
So you get maybe some Guns N' Roses Patience playing on loop in your head. Make that your bracket song. Do you like to listen to music? Do you like game sound?
I really prefer game sound. It helps me react to, especially.
That's backed by science.
Yeah, right. It's faster to react to sound than it is to vision.
There's even an old, for any of you Smash players, an old Gimmer video where he tested that with Fox in Smash 4, going for tech chase reads based off of audio cues, where he'd literally close his eyes and using the audio, he had a higher hit rate versus just using the visual. It was really crazy.
Yeah, that's wild.
So 100% understand. I feel the same way. But one more thing I want to ask you. We've talked about your bracket. We talked about how you feel tomorrow. Let's talk about your origin story, because Rivals 2 is a pretty new game, and there are people from so many different backgrounds coming into it. You mentioned 2,000 hours in this game, but what were you doing before that?
Before this, I was a Rivals 1 player, so I've been playing Rivals 1 since it was in beta, and this was probably over 10 years ago.
So you've got the full pipeline.
I played Smash, but it was very casual. I didn't go to many tournaments, so Rivals 1 was like my main game. I probably have like over 4,000 hours in that.
Very nice. That makes a lot of sense. So now you're up to 6,000 hours.
Yeah.
So that means, 2,000 hours in like a year and change, and 4,000 hours in like 8 years. I'm starting to notice a little bit of a preference here, maybe for the new game.
we do like the new game.
How do you feel about Orcane in the new game with the current state of the character?
Orcane, he's tough right now. He is very easy to floor hug, and so it makes, if people are not ready to floor hug, it's totally fine. But when people are really on their floor hugging, it is very tough for Orcane.
Yes.
So
we see even like up tilt gets floor hugged at like 50%. You're like, come on, what's happening here?
Yeah.
They're supposed to go up. How are they going down? Yeah, it's a difficult thing to overcome, but you managed to do that. And as we said, you're going to be competing a lot more this weekend. Definitely all check out the Hop On PNW Twitch stream to see my man DolphinBrick, to see Kimona, who was on here, and all of the other people. Is there anything you would like to plug? You have earned the slot. And you're working on, or a stream that you do before we sign out?
Come fight me in ranked. I play on the Seattle server. I'm there all the time. My games take like 20 minutes to match now. I need more players to fight me.
Wait, what's your elo?
I use the hide elo because I crash out if I lose.
Oh, smart. That's smart.
So I don't actually know.
Good answer. I don't know my elo is such a good answer. Well, thank you so much for the interview. Good luck the rest of this weekend.
Thank you.
Hope y'all enjoyed this. Don't go anywhere. We've got some Melee coming on after this. And like I said, for you Rivals players, check out Hop on PNW. Both going at the same time. Use your multi-streamers, etc. We're going to throw to another break, and y'all have a good night.